Good shot. Good board. Ooh. Oh, that was me. That's my fault.
Good block. Okay.
2K Sports welcomes you to the following presentation of the NBA.
It's the NBA on 2K Sports. So the opening lineup for the Heat. Contagious Caldwell Pope is out there with Pippen. And then there's Steven Adams. Then there's Wembanyama. And it's Williamson in at the 4. And for the Nuggets, we've got DeAndre Ayton. Scotty Barnes is out there with Nick Richards. Then it's Kyrie Irving. And it's Allen in at the shooting guard. Irving. Well, with the All-Star break behind us, Clark, what becomes the goal for teams clearly outside of that playoff picture?
A couple of things come to mind for me, Kevin. I mean, you want to give the young players an opportunity to grow, give them more reps, and then you want to build momentum for the next season, if you will.
And Pippen gets it to go.
Beautiful reverse, using his body to shield the finish. Nicely done.
Irving against Pippen. Irving kicks to Barnes. And the rejection by Wembanyama. And he comes up with the deuce.
Poor design there defensively. They know he's a knockdown shooter from that spot.
And you do not want to let him get going early because that can get you cooked.
That shot by Caldwell Pope, no good. Barnes looking around. Irving passes to Barnes. Over Pippen. Misses off the left iron. Here's Williamson. 11-point game his last outing. Pippen the pass to Wembanyama. Over Irving. Wembanyama no good. Nuggets have gone just 1 of 4 to get this game started. And Ayton throws it down.
Hey, there's no denying it. Kyrie is a score-first guard, but he's a better passer than he gets credit for.
Passes to Adams. Back to Pippen. 6 to shoot. Caldwell Pope finds Williamson. Here's Wembanyama. Again, the miss by the Heat. For Denver, they've gone 2 of 5 here, making 40% so far to start out the game.
And with each passing season, the 7-footer Nick Richards looks more and more comfortable.
Whenever he's on the floor, Greg, he's going to work hard as well as focus on taking good shots and playing tough defenses, really staying within himself. I love that about him.
A towering presence on the offensive glass. Ayton uses his height well to keep possessions alive.
And Adams kicks to Pippen. They need this one. And the layup is good.
Slick crossover move. The defense had no way of keeping up.
So the Heat, their last game, a win against the Cavaliers in Cleveland. On the wing, Barnes. Here's Ayton, and Adams sends it back.
Adams puts every ounce of energy into his defense. He's not out there to contest shots. He's out there to reject them.
And it's the Nuggets with the ball. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
That's his first personal foul.
First trip to the free throw line for him in this one.
Gotta admire what he's been able to do at the free throw line this season. How about over 90%?
And boy, I tell you what, he's really coming to his own this year. I mean, that is an enormous step up from what he shot at the line last season.
You know, so much hype around Ayton. Has that rare combination of NBA-ready body, productivity, and upside.
Now here's Pippen. 9 points last game out. And that one's good, Williamson.
And this team encourages Zion to be assertive inside. They know how skilled and overpowering he can be.
Here's Barnes. Last game we saw him score 13. On its way from Irving for 2. He's now 1 for 2 with that bucket.
Pick works well there. Not much resistance from the D.
Yeah, that's not the defense you need. You got to be tougher defensively.
Here's Pippen. And he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2. And last season saw the retirement of former Nugget great and future Hall of Famer Carmelo Anthony Clark. He was one for the ages.
And you can't overlook the impact he had, Kevin, and I agree with you. One for the ages as a rookie, helping them break an 8-year playoff drought, and he never missed the postseason in his 7+ years in Denver.
Damian Lee, he's checked in for the Heat. For Denver, they've gone 4 for 9 from the field to start this game up. From 8, that's his second shot and his second basket. He's 2 for 2.
You know, he's got a lot of inches on the defender in that matchup, and he can just shoot right over the top of him without worrying about being bothered.
Adams dishes to Pippen. Pass to Williamson. 6 on the shot clock. Here's Lee. Off to a good start as he hits his first shot attempt. And it's Irving with the ball for the Nuggets. Coming into this having notched a win against Cleveland in their last game.
And guys, they walked into the arena with a certain kind of swagger. And we really saw it play out on the offensive end.
And, you know, confidence is key there. They seem to play with a ton of it, especially on the offensive end.
And have to put a body on Adams. He's too good of an offensive rebounder to not pay attention.
There's the pass to Allen. Inside, Ayton, and he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. Steven Adams picks one up.
Yeah, just nice strength there, and then just off with the shot.
Boy, with all the contact he drew there, that would have been a heck of a bucket. He nearly got it to go. Shooting 2.
First free throw is good, and the Heat making a change here. Warren's checked in. That one misses. Man, you look at the hype surrounding Wembanyama. Greg, it's unreal.
One of the best prospect profiles really since LeBron. Almost unfair to try and live up to the expectations, but he's got the tools to be one of the best to ever play.
Barnes outside. Pass to Irving. This one for 3. The rebound by Victor Wembanyama. To the paint. That's good from Williamson on the assist by Wembanyama.
Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint.
Well, listless and lifeless at the defensive end. I mean, especially inside. They've really got to pick up that interior defense.
And he gets it back.
And not a night he's going to want to remember, just not really able to score the basketball.
Warren, good.
And their offense already in a flow. Some stellar shooting to jump out to this league.
Quality looks they're getting, and they're capitalizing on them, guys. They have to be happy with this start offensively.
And dunking the ball is just second nature to Ayton. With the right positioning, he's a threat to throw it down.
Shoots a fader, and it's Miami with another.
And his presence as a scorer, it just has a calming effect for the rest of the team. He's a fallback option whenever they lose.
And so it's the Miami Heat with a 6-point lead at the end of the quarter. And you have to credit their defense for the job they've been doing against Irving. Kyrie's been almost invisible out there, and we don't say that. And thanks again for tuning in. If you're just joining us, we've played through 1 quarter of action so far. And let's quickly break down the game we've seen from Miami, guys.
Well, this is the edge that great rim protection can give you.
Yeah, you know, you have a guy in there blocking a bunch of shots or multiple players blocking shots. It causes the offense to think twice when they go up for shots in there.
Kyrie Irving is out there with Grayson Allen. Then it's Nick Richards. Then it's DeAndre Ayton. And it's Barnes in at the 3 spot. That's the group for Denver getting going here in the second. Irving passes to Allen. Nobody near Irving. From out on the wing, he knocks it down.
Never lacking confidence. 0 hesitation from Kyrie there.
Tries from the block. And that one hits back iron.
The defense did a really good job of choking off the middle there once he got inside.
And now we've got some time to check in from the sidelines. You got for us, DA?
Thank you, Kevin. Now, some people play with a chip on their shoulder. feeling they don't get enough recognition. I can tell you that's not Nikola Jokic. Nuggets coach Michael Malone said he's not going to bed at night wondering why no one's talking about him. He doesn't care. He's reading his books on horses. We're winning games, and he's happy. If he's happy, I'm happy. Kevin, I'm happy too.
You've always been happy, D.A. Hey, thanks. That was good stuff. Appreciate the report. Back to Barnes. Fires the three. Yes, and it's Irving picking up the assist. Irving's got 3 assists now in this one. And the first time out of the game called for the Heat.
In terms of finishing ability, it's hard to think of someone who tops Kyrie Irving.
Greg, the list is short, particularly when you talk about guys of his size, okay? His bag of tricks is limitless when you talk about finishing in close quarters against bigger guys. There are few that are in his class in that regard.
Medu passes to Caldwell Pope. 6 to shoot. Good on the 13-footer. Caldwell Pope's got his first points of the night.
You got to give respect to Caldwell Pope's mid-range jump shot. He's got the green light to take this shot, and that green light is always on.
Now on against Caldwell Pope. Stolen by Caldwell Pope. That's basket number 2 with his third shot off to a fast 2 for 3.
They're scoring boatloads of buckets. It's raining buckets from inside.
Well, the defensive rotations have been a step slow, and it's really helped them get that ball inside time after time.
Takes it off the glass. And now a 9-point Heat lead.
Man, I need to see some more assertiveness out of these defenders.
Irving dishes to Allen. Irving surveying the floor. And that one drops. Irving's got 4 points now in the quarter.
Yeah, field goal percentage above 50 now. Their offense is starting to show.
And, you know, that's a really good sign. I mean, they stumbled out of the gate, but they're starting to look a little better now and regaining some ground.
Here's Merrill. And it's out of bounds. The Heat able to retain possession here. With a break in the action, let's go to the 2K leaderboard. These squads have been lights out this month. The Nuggets third.
I just love their offensive flow lately. I mean, this is a dominant team offensively because of that rhythm and pace.
Here's Warren.
I'll tell you what, Aiden is a very good defender. Moves his feet well and has the length to alter shots.
Barnes outside. Takes the three. They grab their own miss. Here's Ayton. Adams, a nice D. The Heat leading by 7. Here's Merrill. Still yet to score. And blocked. That one goes careening off the glass. And the Nuggets pushing it up now. Here's Barnes. And it's Barnes smacking it down.
Attacking in transition, the most consistent way to generate easy looks.
Yep, exactly. And if there's any opportunity for early offense, you've got to push it and push it every time.
That one drops for him. Warren's got 5. Well, LeBron, Curry, and KD, Kevin Durant, are still great players. We know that, Clark. But as they age, who do you think is now the face of the NBA?
Well, it's hard not to talk about Giannis in that regard. I mean, his overall game is spectacular. His personality is terrific. Jokic is in the category. Well, I would think it would be Giannis. I mean, if you made me pick one guy as the face of the league in totality, performance on the court, MVP level player, personality, disposition, all of the ingredients, I'm going Giannis. That is his shot, guys. So you can't just give it to him. You've got to get up on him and get into his airspace there.
Medu passes to Warren. And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle and 2 shots coming up. Scotty Barnes picks one up. After missing nearly 2 full years due to injury, Greg, isn't it great to see T.J. Warren back out on the floor, healthy and hearty?
Yeah, and Kevin, people forget this guy was the leading scorer for a playoff team. Before those injuries, he may not be the same player, but he can still provide some instant offense.
Marcus Smart's checked in for Kyrie Irving. And with that, the Heat lead is cut down to just 1 on the bucket from Smart.
Oh, great ball movement there.
Here's Merrill, guarded by Smart. Merrill gets the bucket. Merrill's got his first points of the game. And it's Barnes with the ball for the Denver Nuggets. Allen outside. And the basket is good, and he's got a chance here for one more at the line.
Just such strength on these finishes. When you foul Aiden, you really have to hit him to prevent the basket.
Lee's check in for Caldwell Pope.
And not the same rhythm or approach that he had in the first quarter when he was taking it straight to the teeth of the D and really creating contact. I'd like to see him get back to that here in this quarter.
Just 5 on the clock. Puts it up from 12, and the Heat get another bucket right there.
Boy, Warren takes what the defense gives him there, making use of the mid-range stroke.
So that'll be it for the first half. Fairly even battle underway in this one. It's the Heat. They're up.
Thanks a lot, guys.
Thanks, David. And we'll be back shortly following halftime to get the third quarter underway.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hello, basketball fans. What a play. So it's Miami who's out on top at the half. They've got a 2-point lead. Kenny, how'd you see it?
Most of the damage they're doing is in the paint.
And that'll do it for our halftime report. Stay tuned for the second half. About to get underway.
And in that first half, we saw a pretty tight battle. We'll soon find out what sort of adjustments were discussed during the half. DeAndre Ayton has been sensational.
And how about the amount he's contributing in the scoring column through 2 quarters? He has been terrific.
And you know what? They've come at him a few different ways defensively, and nothing has slowed him down.
Here's who Eric Spoelstra is starting the second half with. Adams is out there with Zion Williamson. Then it's Victor Wembanyama. Then it's Kentavious Caldwell-Pope, and it's Pippen in at the point guard. Barnes finds Irving for the lead. It's hauled in by the Heat. Wembanyama has got his 4th rebound in this one. There's the drive, and they pick up 2.
And this kid is off. Wembanyama just powering it in despite the contact.
You know, here we are, Greg, looking at Victor Wembanyama. I mean, can he get any taller? Wow.
Well, he's already 7'4", Kevin. But yes, what's amazing is that I still think he's grown, which is scary for the rest of the league.
Barnes kicks to Irving. Back to Barnes. Just 5 to shoot. Richards passes to Allen. Launches from deep. The rebound by Victor Wembanyama. Wembanyama has got rebound number 5 here tonight. It's deflected, out of bounds. Denver takes possession.
Denver ball.
These players have been vacuums on the boards recently, leading the league in rebounding the past month. DeAndre Ayton, 3rd.
He must be spending a lot of time in the weight room because he's shown such strength under the basket.
Barnes against Wembanyama. It's stolen by Adams. Wembanyama looking it over. Passes it to Williamson. The rebound by Richards. Richards got his 7th rebound of the game with that last one. Here's Irving, and he gets the basket. Officials blowing the whistle, so a chance at the line for one more.
boy, he's got outstanding balance. Kyrie Irving is so good at converting through contact. For a little guy, he's one of the best I've seen.
And Clark, here we are watching Kyrie Irving. When he's on, it is amazing to watch.
Remarkably smooth as an athlete, Kevin, and otherworldly when you look at his skills as a basketball player, particularly ball handling and shot making. Talking pure basketball, he's one of the most entertaining players of the last 30 years for sure.
And now the latest from our reporter, David Aldridge.
Thank you, Kevin. Victor Wembanyama has this uncanny combination of size and skill. He says most bigs play basketball because they're tall. I started playing before I knew I would be this height. Since I was 5 or 6 years old, I always had a ball. I was built for this, I guess. All of what happens to me, I expected for myself. Kevin?
Yeah, a long road, D.A. Thank you. Wembanyama heads the bucket. Wembanyama has got 4 points this quarter.
Yeah, you have to be aware of Wembanyama on the boards. Really keep a body on it.
Richards finds Barnes. Allen surveying the D. Back to Ayton. Over Azubuike. The Nuggets with another miss. Pass to Caldwell Pope. Little under 2.5 minutes off the clock now here in the third. It's Allen on the wing. The pass to Barnes. And a great assist by Allen as that one goes in. Allen's got 6 assists in the game. Pippen, the pass to Azubuike. Shot from free throw range, and it's sent back by Irving.
Excellent anticipation from Kyrie that time on the block.
And Ayton gets double teamed. Allen, and he uses the glass on the lane. Allen's got 5 now.
And there's a pattern starting to take shape here. They're working it inside and getting good shots from close range.
Well, I agree with you. 4 of their last 5 baskets have been exactly of that variety.
Pippen with the bucket.
And that's a great piece of work to get to the hoop there. Just tore the D to shreds.
Shoots from the high post, and it's good off the back of the rim and in. Irving's got 5 points in the quarter.
Flashing those crazy handles. I mean, major rush hour handles. So fun watching Irving handle the ball the way he does.
Timeout called the Heat.
And here we can check out the story on Kyrie Irving. Since the All-Star break, he's been putting in work. And he sits in the top 15 in points per game. An absolute powerhouse offensively.
And his floor awareness is undeniable. As you pointed out, top 10 in assists. And he's great at drawing the defense and making the perfect pass and strike. And play stops, whistle on what looks to be an illegal screen.
And not the most common call you'll see in the NBA, but hard to argue that pick wasn't illegal.
Yeah, you know, the officials aren't nearly as lenient as they used to be on that call. As a matter of fact, I know I got away with a lot of those in my playing days, but that was 40 years ago.
And it's Whitmore missing.
Good offense squaring up against better D there. You got to appreciate that stop.
Wembanyama gets the bucket.
You know, so far he's been dominant this period, making the most of his opportunities.
Smart finds Ayton. Fires the 3. And the rejection by Wembanyama. Lee against Smart. Lee gets the bucket. And the Heat lead by 3.
They should continue to get the ball inside. The defense struggling to contain them.
And when you make 5 in a row in close like that, it also takes pressure off your perimeter guys, too.
Here's Boston. It's deflected. And Wembanyama up top. He's covered by 8. Wembanyama passes to Azubuike. And there's the slam dunk to finish it off.
Oh, how about the vision by Wembanyama there? Always looking to get teammates involved.
Pass to Boston. Here's Whitmore. Hands it from downtown. Whitmore's got himself going with the triple. His first basket of the game. This is it to Medu. Heat moving the ball around. And a wide open look for Wembanyama. A three-pointer, no good.
You know, it hasn't been his best outing, but they still find themselves in the driver's seat here.
And the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Wembanyama. Denver making a switch here. Watford's checked in. 20 seconds left in the third. Smart passes to Watford. On its way from Irving for two. And that one off the back of the rim and in. Irving's got it all tied up now for Denver. Here's Wembanyama. And Azubuike kicks to lead. Over Smart. And he got that one up in time, but doesn't go in. That's the end of the third, and it's all tied up. We're going to step aside for just a second, but join us right back here for the start of the fourth quarter. Next. Let's listen in on what Eric Spoelstra had to say to his team.
Trust each other. Let's get that ball moving. Okay? Ball moving. No holds. No holds.
Well, moving the ball is so important to these coaches.
I mean, it helps make the offense run smoothly, Kevin. When you move the ball, more scoring opportunities open up.
And I know I speak for all of us when I say I can't wait to see what kind of finish awaits us here in the fourth quarter. We've got Duncan Robinson, also Smart out there. Nick Richards out there with Whitmore. And it's Watford into the four-man position. That's the group on the floor for Denver. The basket counts and one. He'll go to the line with a chance to make it a three-point play.
I don't know what's happening defensively, but they're not putting up any resistance.
I tell you what, it reminds me of one of my college coaches. He used to say, that ain't going to get it done. That's 5 straight baskets in the paint now.
Free throw good, lead. The Nuggets trail. Outside Robinson. There's the triple. And again, Denver with the triple.
And those are the kinds of shots that give rookies like Whitmore so much confidence.
Williamson outside. Here's Pippen. It's blocked, and he stays with it. Williamson finds Pippen. Drains it from beyond the arc. And the Heat lead by one.
He has created some terrific opportunities for himself and really made the most of it.
Smart wide open. He fires. Tried to answer back, but that three is off the mark. Offside Pippen over Smart. And it's Pippen again missing. And so it's Smart who brings up the ball for the Denver Nuggets. To the inside. Fades back, and he wills that one in. Sinking right through off the back iron. Boy, right down to the wire here. Still anyone's ball game.
Yeah, and after all the energy both sides have expended, both teams still hungry for the win.
Here's Smart. Pass to Richards. Got a piece of it. And the pass to Pippen. Floats it up for Williamson. Throws down the alley-oop slam.
And yeah, he's 280 pounds. We've never seen anyone hang in the air like this young man. Williamson is special.
Whitmore with it over Wembanyama. That one a tad offline to the right, but drops in for him.
Pick works well there. Not much resistance from the D.
Yeah, that's not the defense you need. You got to be tougher defensively.
He dishes it to Williamson. Shot clock at 6. Denver grabs the miss.
And that is a textbook example of how to defend your rim.
And you know, guys, I love his fight and grit on the interior. I mean, he never lets a shot go uncontested.
Pippen feeling it out a bit. Over Smart. Offensive rebound.
Good to see a player going all out when the game's this tight.
You know, G.A., he knows what his job is. Patrol the offensive glass.
You know, that time I thought he did it with authority. Tremendous putback at a time when they really need it.
Not shy from outside. There's no doubt about that. Spreading the floor and getting them up.
Love the mentality there, I tell you. I know I've never coached, but, man, playing to win and being aggressive even with the lead as opposed to being safe and going into prevent offense, I'll take the former all day long. Play to win.
Time called here. The Nuggets decide to talk it over.
I have a question for you. Who wants a t-shirt?
And now we present our New Balance player of the game.
You know, honestly, I'm a bit in shock. I mean, he couldn't miss. Just look at this stat line. You got to really see it to believe it. Complete confidence and all-out effort from him. And, you know, he made sure this was his night in spades.
Catching up on the changes for Denver. Andre Ayton's checked in for Nick Richards. Barnes comes in for Trendon Watford. And Grayson Allen subbed in for Robinson. With a short break in the action gives us a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge.
Thanks, guys. Well, I got a chance to hear what the Nuggets head coach was saying to his team. Now, he was quite encouraging in the huddle. He said, look, you're fighting out there, fellas. I can see it. I need you to keep giving everything you have. Bring this one home. See if they can pull it off, guys.
Okay, David, much appreciated.
He is showing signs of maturity in these moments. It's clear that Ayton takes pride in coming through for his team.
And the Heat call time here. DeAndre Ayton with a strong contribution so far in this one.
He continues to burn them with his scoring. And the coaching staff's going to have to come up with a different approach defensively.
Nick Richards, he's checked in for Whitmore. Pippen finds Warren, and Barnes sends it back. And out of bounds as the Nuggets gain possession. Denver leading by 4. Now Allen outside, Smart. And a great assist by Allen as that one goes in. Allen's got his 7th assist here tonight. Pass to Warren. With the teardrop, count that bucket.
Boy, that's a big one for Warren. Huge. He's never one to shy away from taking the important shot. Not him.
Good ball movement here by the Nuggets. Pippen against Smart. Whistle blows. Bucket is good. He'll have a chance at the line to make it a 3-point play.
Oh, great move to get to the rack there against a guy who doesn't really just have the strength to be able to keep him away from the rim.
At the line for Denver.
And that one falls for Smart.
And some of what Smart gives this team doesn't always show up in the stat sheet, but he makes plays that help you win.
Warren, good.
And obviously his momentum from the last game has carried over here tonight.
You know, that's how it goes with him. I mean, his hot streaks, guys, don't last minutes. They last days.
Ayton in the high post. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
That's an absolute beast inside. Love how Ayton uses his size to draw these fouls.
Irving's checked in for the Nuggets. Adams, he's checked in for Miami. Pippen down low. Covered by Irving. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. That one on 8. And a moment here to take a look at the scoring breakdown for the Nuggets.
Well, you know, for me, the passing has been fantastic all night. Everybody loves watching this style of basketball where the ball moves and players move. Coaches, fans, and even us broadcasters can appreciate that kind of action.
And we're also seeing a lot from them at the arc in this one. Tonight, it's been all about that three ball for these guys.
And Miami making a change here. Lee's checked in.
Knocking down the free throws and eating into this lead with the clock stopped.
And he didn't punish them for the weak coverage there, but they can't count on him to continue missing.
Here's Pippen. And it's Ayton with the rebound.
Well, he's much better than that. Really no excuse for missing that lane.
And they go to the intentional foul.
13 foul. At the line for your Nuggets, Kyrie Irving.
So the first one drops, and that makes it a 7-point lead.
Kyrie Irving, special. I mean, as skilled a player as you'll ever see when it comes to handling the ball and scoring in close.
And so it's Pippen with it. He brings it up for the Miami Heat. And Warren with the basket on the assist by Pippen.
Relishing the spotlight in a big way. Warren loves having the ball in his hands during these moments.
And that's an intentional foul.
You have to foul, but I'm sure they would have liked to foul someone different.
They didn't really have another option. I mean, I thought they did a nice job getting it in his hands and making sure he was the guy who'd go to the line.
And so he drops them both. It's an 8-point game. And the Heat call time here. They're behind by 8. There's 21 seconds left in the fourth.
Substitution on the court.
Here's Merrill. Outside Warren. There's Lee with the three. Good! Oh, and that cuts the lead to just 5.
Hey, T.J. Warren is definitely a scorer. He's got a shoot-first mentality. He'll give it up if you're open.
So they foul intentionally.
That's his first personal foul.
And that hurts as he doesn't get the first one to fall. Trying to focus now on the second. And he does get the second one. And that increases their lead to 6. And the wide open shot from Warren, rebounded by DeAndre Ayton. So the Nuggets win it, probably a little closer than they would have liked it, but a win nonetheless.
Yeah, but I really got a sense that the fans gave them that emotional boost that was needed down the stretch. This crowd, man, they were electric.
It's time now to go courtside as we send you over to David Aldridge from the sideline. David, take it away. All right, David, thank you. And that about wraps it up for